Good morning, hello, and welcome to DWB, the Journal of British Fantasy Television, number 69 from September 1989, UK price £2.95p, but also available in the US and Canada apparently. Yes, this is what was Doctor Who Bulletin, but at this point it's just calling itself DWB. But as you can tell, it's more than just Doctor Who these days. So there's a nice picture of Mr. Sin with his shiny knife glinting in the light. But let's have a look and see, shall we? What's inside? Well, frankly there is a lot of Doctor Who stuff. The stuff which isn't Doctor Who is in a section in the middle. But there seems to be some Batman stuff going on, some Star Trek film stuff going on. There's a Radio Times cover for Adam Adamant Lives. And as it's September 1989, we're just gearing up for season 26 of Doctor Who. In fact, we're already talking about season 27, question mark. Andrew Cutmill's time on the show will have seen Doctor Who swing from comic strip style buffoonery to gritty gothic drama. So there you go. And he's about to go on to work on Casualty. A series worth of story treatments for season 27 have already been put together. Will John Nathan Turner still stay on? Will Sylvester and Sophie stay on? We don't know. Talk of an independent production company? But yes, apparently Sylvester's signed up for season 27 and Sophie will be around for another 8 more episodes. Season 26 has got the 7:35 slot opposite Coronation Street, and 1 or maybe more episodes of The Curse of Fenric will be 30 minutes. Oh well, you can't get everything right, can you? The Ultimate Adventure has been running. Eastbourne, I saw it in its original theatre. Was it the Wimbledon Theatre in London, and also in Bristol, where I lost my wallet, but that's another story. W.H. Allen setting up for 1990, Planet of Giants, Happiness Patrol, Space Pirates, Remembrance of the Daleks, Curse of Fenric, and other season 26 stories. Okay, some stuff. The DWAS have been ordered to clean up their act by the BBC. Okay, it is even rumoured that That's Life are considering investigating the DWAS's activities. Okay, I don't think I'll comment any more on that. New releases from Silver Fist. Some Doctor Who audio cassettes about the Cybermen. Don't think I've got any of those, but Lisa might have them. Maurice Colborne has passed away. Best known for his role as Tom Howard in Howard's Way. Panto season is coming. John Pertwee will be in Dick Whittington playing Alderman Fitzwarren at Guildford. Colin Baker will be at Brighton as the villainous Captain Hook in Peter Pan, and Sylvester will be wishy-washy in Aladdin in Manchester, with Carol Todd directing, who directed The Ultimate Adventure. Yeah, Doctor Who film from coast to coast, believe it when we see it. The BFI allegedly had an episode from season 3, that didn't come to anything, and Sylvester McCoy's signing at a DWM celebration for their 10th anniversary. Here's Paul Nicholas, Paul Shane, Eartha Kitt, Peter Blake, Fiona Kennedy, Garfield, the Simmons brothers, and TV's Doctor Who Sylvester McCoy, whose head appears to be much larger than his body, and his hat seems to have gained a question mark. Yes, I love that special appearance by Garfield. What's that? See the High-Tech Laser Show. Sponsored by Cadbury's Crunchy. Not sure how that works. The huge letters page that DWB was always known for. The BBC going downhill and fast. I won't go through all those letters. There's quite a lot there. But the Manchester local group presents Nebula 26, the premier Doctor Who event of 1989 at the Adelphi Hotel in Liverpool. Quite a few guests there, look at that. Now, prices for conventions are good. £26 would get you both days if you were an adult. A bit more than that these days. Saturday only was £16, Sunday was £12. Lots more letters. I note Mr. Michael Seeley gets his name in there. Hello, Michael. And Andrew Pixley as well. So a few names that we know. More and more letters. Season 26 Armchair Guide. Not the guide to the armchairs used in Season 26, but a couple of pages on production crew, cast, and even some write-up of what to expect. So let's see if they were right. Battlefield. A fast-paced, all-action story which successfully combines elements from Earth's and the programme's past. Okay. Ghostlight. An unusual but sinister tale which may prove to be the hit of the season for those who prefer Period Who. The Curse of Fenric. Where are we? Down there. With revelations about Ace's origins, a terror from the future threatening the past, the climate of war, and the spectre of a menace from last season haunting the Doctor, this could be the hit of the season if Mallet does his job properly. Yes. And Survival. Unlike the past two seasons' oddball stories, Survival could demonstrate that comedy is not an integral part of being alternative. Cartmel has encouraged his writers to comment within the framework of the programme upon important social issues such as pollution and nuclear energy, mirroring the Pertwee era. So there you go. Sylvester and Sophie are staying on for season 27, proof enough that they consider their partnership to be strong and successful enough to warrant a longer run, and long may they continue. Okay. Hindsight's always a wonderful thing. Marvel, Doctor Who Weekly / Doctor Who Magazine, clocks up 10 years, so there's a piece about it there. And Mythmakers 18, the series of tapes, is also concentrating on DWM. What have we got in the adverts? Free posters with back issues, black and white photo offer. Would you like a picture of two Sensorites writhing in agony? Or Ian sitting on the edge of a giant matchbox talking to Susan? Or a pin-up of two Zarbi and Menoptera grub on Vortis? Yeah. Haven't really got many of those as pin-ups, I'm afraid. Interview with Daphne Dare. William Hartnell, costume designer. And a picture of some Sensorites. I think there's a question about them. Do you recall the Sensorites? Yes. I worked closely with the makeup artists. This one portrayed them as very brainy beings, hence their huge heads. There you know. Okay, pictures from the chase. I like the chase, it's silly. Blake 7, The Next Generation. In a recent interview, Terry Nation has revealed plans for a new series of Blake 7. Yeah. Star Trek The Next Generation. Season 2's come to an end. And Dr. Crusher's coming back for season 3. Beauty and the Beast apparently has been cancelled. The NFT are showing Adam Adamant Lives. Death has a 1,000 faces, as they've put it. The Andromeda Breakthrough, Year of the Sex Olympics, Dalek Master Plan 5, Vision On and Blue Peter. The latter of which comprised of previously unseen 1966 footage of presenter Chris Trace being confronted by a war machine to promote the then current Doctor Who story, and a deal with the Actors Union Equity about showing archive material. Autumn blockbuster. Michael Caine returns to ITV in a £4 million television film of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with Cheryl Ladd. Two new magazines coming out. Fantasy Zone and TV Zone. Channel 4 showed a load of Invisible Man films. Telecon in Birmingham. Ace of Wands, Quatermass Conclusion, Shadows. Ratings: Incredible Hulk, Hitchhiker's Guide, Mork and Mindy, Lost in Space, Buck Rogers, and some Superman stuff. Right, the Twilight Zone, not the Twiglet Zone, as I sometimes seem to read it. There's a very young Bill Shatner there. There we go. Oops. 50 years of Batman, apparently. Not that Batman's really my thing, but a reminder that there were early versions of Batman with rather baggy tights. I think Batman's a bit older than 50 now. Interview with Gerald Harper, talking about Adamant Lives. And there's some photos. There's something about his eyebrows here, yes. Here lie the eyebrows of Adam Adamant. I've got that hanging up on the wall. So that's this embroidery thing, which you can see on the DVD. My overriding memory, utter panic and exhaustion, thinking at the end of the episode, well, we've made it. Everybody that works on Adam Adamant is always a bit down on it, but I think it's better than they sometimes think. Star Trek Next Generation Season 2 episode guide. So, The Child, Where Silence Has Lease, Elementary Dear Data, and so on. An episode there called The Schizoid Man, and I'm sure that's an episode of The Prisoner, but I might be wrong. Oh, Star Trek V, The Final Straw. Gene Roddenberry must have been a happy man on June the 9th. After 10 years he was relieved of the burden of being responsible for the least successful of the Star Trek films. Oh dear. I don't remember that I've seen Star Trek V, so I can't really comment. Star Trek books. I did get a couple of those ones from the late 80s, early 90s, but I don't remember much about them. Worlds of the Federation. More adverts. Fanzines. 500 Eyes, Issue 4, Small but Beautiful. Tranquil Repose, 8, Tape Zine. Send 90p, cassette unboxed, 40p coinage and an SAE to the Isle of Wight. Shangri-La, Doctor Who convention in Reading. Heidi High Campers, welcome to a new one-day convention. That was my friend Keith was involved with that, I believe. More from the chase. Doctor Who series survey results, part 2. Oh, it's one of those big surveys they always used to do. All-time classics. Well, top of the shop this month. Talons of Weng Chiang, followed by Androzani, the Daleks, Genesis, Tomb of the Cybermen. Bear in mind this is a little bit before Tomb of the Cybermen came back to the archives. Demons, Pyramids of Mars, Evil of the Daleks, Earthshock, and Remembrance of the Daleks. Getting in at number 10, and it's not long been shown. What's the worst stories of all time? Oh dear. The Twin Dilemma. I like the way it says in brackets, the Twin Dilemma, brackets, Stephen / Moffat. But yes, Colin won't be too pleased with that. And oh dear, the Gunfighters is still being voted down. Silly people. Favourite season? Season 13, followed by seasons 14 and 5. Worst season, 24, 23 and 17. Yes, there's a nice picture of Sylvester. And more and more listings. Do you want the picture of Colin? There you go. Peter. Favourite Doctor? Tom Baker, Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee. Worst Doctor? Oh dear, sorry. Sorry, Colin. I know you don't like polls. Favourite companion? Liz, Ace. Liz, Ace. Sarah, Ace. Tegan. Sorry, Bonnie. I don't condone these results, I just report them. Favourite villain? The Master. 53%. Goodness. Worst villain? The Rani, the Chief Caretaker, the Candyman. Unfair to the Candyman. Well, I'm the Rani. I won't comment on the Chief Caretaker. Favourite monster? The Daleks. Vok robots there. Worst monster? Poor Vervoids, Naimon, Gastropods. Favourite writer? This is the one that always runaway victory there for Bob Holmes. And poor Pippin Jane at the top there. Favourite director? Graham Harper, nudging ahead of Douglas Camfield. Worst director? Nick Mallet, hence the rather snippy comment about him a few pages before. Favourite script editor? And my favourite script editor is Robert Holmes, as I believe there's a sketch in a song from Down Under. And poor Andrew Cartmell there. I think that might have rejigged itself in a year's time, that listing. Favourite composer? Dudley. And poor Kef there at the top of that list. Favourite producer? Philip Hinchcliffe. And rather inevitably for DWB, John Nathan Turner at the top there. Oh, a couple more adverts. Hooked. There's a picture of Mr. Hartnell. Directing Battlefield, An Evening with Michael Kerrigan. So that's a studio report, which we won't really go into now. There's a nice big picture of Sophie there. And there are Blue Peter badges. The complete Blake 7 ratings guide. Now DWB had done guides to Doctor Who, but they also managed to get the Blake 7 one sorted out. Although there's a bit of a query at the printers about the 5th most popular episode, which is apparently called Oval. That was actually Dual, very badly misspelt, or typeset. But yeah, most watched episode of Blake 7, Seek, Locate, Destroy. But one with best chart position is Moloch. So it's interesting that chart positions and audience figures don't always tie up. And then a comparison between Blake 7 figures, so the way back at 7.4 for example, and Doctor Who's Underworld 8.9, so they were in the same week. Doctor Who at chart position 50, Blake 7 at chart position 72, and they're still talking about Oval there. what else we got? Silver Nemesis, the novel. A wasted opportunity, apparently. Hand of Omega. The Frame, preview season 26. Now, I definitely had that issue. It's in the cupboard somewhere. Because I remember it was quite exciting. The photos were coming out of Sylvester's new, much talked about darker jacket. It's amazing what we got excited about. Making of a book cover with Alistair Pearson. So this is Silver Nemesis, as it went through various stages for the final result. There's a cover for the Talons of Weng Chiang script book, published September the 26th. And on the back, oh, nice big colour photo from Battlefield, and Sylvester being either scratched or tickled. Either which way he looks a little unsure as to what's going on. There we are. And there is DWB from September 1989. Bye bye.